What is going on YouTube? Only here, and today we're taking a bit of a different video, like really different. So I was going through my garage and I was trying to see what all old stuff I can throw away through some bins that I had, and I realized I had this old figure in here, and it's from Neca Toys, as you can see down here on the bottom, by Neca Toys and Real Teals and Studio Canal. Have no idea what any of these two are, but I do know what Neca is, and I know there's a big fan base for Neca Toys. And so today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Neca Toys, the Terminator Endoskeleton. Now, I remember years ago that I picked this up and I just never touched it. I just had it on the wall. It's probably been like 7 years since I've seen this figure. As you can see, it's been badly damaged, but you can also tell it hasn't been opened. It still has the factory tape still on there. I have yet to open this figure. And it still has the original hang tag. So I found this at Trader's Village years ago. That's a place in the Houston area, or more towards the Sugar Land area, if you're unfamiliar with that. But I picked it up years ago in that area. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look and see how good this figure held up and how good the articulation, scale, detail, all that good stuff is with this figure. So yeah, of course, leave a like if you like this video. Leave a comment down below. And of course, hit that subscribe button with the post notification so you don't miss an upload. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and crack this guy open. I don't really think he comes with a whole lot of stuff. So I'm pretty... Oh yeah, that tape just tore through just like that because, you know, it's old. Oh wow, even the plastic, the glue of the plastic fell apart. You can tell. Look at that. Very, very old figure, you know. I've been researching on this guy. His pricing is jumping around. So far, it looks like the Terminator 2 one is like the best one to find. It looks sleeker, it looks shinier, and it looks more clean. Even the tape right here is a little old. It comes with this, I think, one accessory, which is his gun, and then we have this humongous figure right here. Oh, it looks to be like it's tied, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here, and then once I get it all out, we'll go ahead and continue the review. Alright, so we finally got the figure out. It took me a while to do it, plus when I took it out, I noticed this thing right here. What great ingenuity, but this did disconnect. It's like a hinge right here, and it has a plug right here. This right here disconnected, and it took me a while to put it back in. Again, what a really old figure that I have, so bear with me. It's technically brand new, but it's still old because of how long it was in this plastic for. So yeah, just bear with me with this review because I don't know if this figure is going to fall apart or it's going to hold up. So I don't really know much about NECA quality control. So sorry if there's any NECA fans out there. I just don't really know much about NECA toys. So bear with me. But anyway, looking at this guy, his detailing looks really, really good. Just check out the paint and detail on this guy. It looks really amazing. All this weathering, battle damage, the yellowing of the teeth as if he had the human skin on. It just looks pretty darn good. Looks really great, actually. Even the feet. Look at the detail on the feet. It does have toe hinges, which is really nice, just like SH figures. It looks really nice. But one thing, he's very, very lanky. Like, it has a very flat back. I don't know if in the Terminator movies they had flat backs like this, or at least had the shoulder blades pop out a little more. He's just very, very, like, flat. Just all around in the back. But anyway, with the accessories, he does come with this one gun. I don't know the name of it. It's been a while since I watched any of the Terminator movies, but he does come with one gun. I'm not sure if this is just warped or whatnot. I don't know if it's supposed to be up here, but it's like a protruding down. So, what a humongous magazine, though. Like, imagine reloading this thing. Like, Jesus. That's... Oh, and it's warped that way. I guess from the heat from my garage. Yeah, I had this guy sitting in a bin, a very old bin that I had, so... Yeah, not the best place to put a figure. As you can see, the box got damaged. Sorry for any in-box collectors. Sorry if you're cringing at this, but, you know, that's pretty much what I have right now. But anyway, paint detail looks phenomenal. Looks amazing. Sucks it only includes one accessory, but, you know, it is what it is. And again, the pricing for this specific guy, it's like bouncing around. I know on Amazon it's like 70 bucks, but if you go to eBay, you can find it for 20 to 50 to like 40. He's just bouncing all over the place. But if you want a really reliable source, I'd probably go to Amazon. Sure, it's going to be the most expensive version of it, which is 70, but it's more reliable, you know? It had like over 4.3 star reviews, you know? 4.3 stars out of 5 for the reviews. But you could take that risk on eBay if you want. Up to you. I'm not saying eBay is a bad source. I'm just saying you can take the risk and probably get scammed because it doesn't have any authenticity guaranteed, or you're going to guarantee get the product. So you never know. So I'd rather just probably pick this up on Amazon. I'll leave the link down below where you can get it. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the scale. It does say it's a 7-inch figure, so I do think it might be at 7 or a little over, and it looks to be just a little over, like 7.25 at the very top of the skull, and like 7 towards the eyebrow, which is pretty cool. In centimeters, you're looking at about what looks to be 18 centimeters to the top of the skull, looking to be 17, or just shy of 17 centimeters to the top of the eyebrow right there, of the faceplate. Now, comparing it with other not really very tall figures, but pretty tall figures that I have. If you saw my Broly and Boo video, you can go ahead and check those out. Those are pretty tall figures. I'm not going to put them in this video, just because I don't want to move them where I have them at. But I do have Piccolo, which is almost the same. I lied. I said almost, and he's pretty shorter. I believe this guy's like 6.5 inches, and this guy's like a little over 7, so just shy of tall. I mean, this Piccolo figure is pretty big. But compared to this, it's like he scales him like really, really tall. Here's General Grievous. I'm probably going to extend his legs just for this video, just to see how tall Grievous can be, and then tighten up his neck. Just to see if they'll be about the same height. And it looks to be the Endoskeleton is actually taller by just a fraction. Just a fraction. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the Endoskeleton does appear to be a lot taller. By like a hair. They're almost about the same height. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, I think this could be a good comparison. I have a Chewbacca figure that I also found in my garage. Didn't feel like I needed to review it because, you know, it's a really old figure as well. But here is Chewbacca from the Black series. This was like red line number 5, I believe. And it looks to be Chewbacca is taller. That's really cool. Chewbacca is taller. And then we're just going to put the average, like, 5.5 to 6-inch figure next to it. And as you can see, the Endoskeleton towers it like crazy. Here's Luke Skywalker. As you can see, he gets towered like crazy. It's unreal how tall this figure is. So I'm not sure if this is lore accurate height. But, you know, there it is, you know, to fit with the 1/12 scale. It might be a little overscaled. Maybe. I'm not sure. I just know that Arnold is like 6'4", 6'5". I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. If not, I'll just put it in the description of how tall Arnold is. Because he's relatively like the base model of the T-800 that we all know and love. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the articulation. I'm pretty excited because all of these right here, these do move. These little piping areas, and that's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. So, starting with the head, I don't believe we have any head articulation. I tried to move it around earlier, and it looks like it's just stiff there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to look like, but the wiring doesn't look, it would hinder it a little bit. But I don't know if there's supposed to be articulation there or not, but it's not moving for mine, so I'm not sure. I don't know why. There's also 2 screws back here. 2 screws back there, by the way, so. Alright, moving on, we do have up and down at the arms right here, which looks pretty terrifying. Look at that T-pose. That is some lengthy arms. Like, I don't even think the average human arm can go past, like, towards the knee. His hand is almost touching the knee. It's almost scary. Reminds me of a Berserk character. Berserk will come up in the future, by the way. Trust me. If you know Berserk, it's an anime. But, yeah, these arms are just super long. Like, it's weird. And then we do have somewhat of a, not really 360 because it has this wire that hinders it to do a 360, but it has the potential of doing it. They do have a bicep swivel, which is pretty weird and cool at the same time, so it doesn't really, not really mind by that. It does have a bicep swivel, which is pretty cool. We have one joint. Yeah, we have a single joint that is pegged right here as a single joint elbow. And then check that out. At the tricep, you can see the piston moving. That's pretty cool. And I think you can do the same thing with the bicep. Yeah, check that out. Pretty cool articulation with this hinge to slide in and out just like that. Pause. But, you know, to do that, that's pretty awesome. With the torso right here, you do get the same thing. Very limited, though. You can't really move much side to side. As you can see, you get these 2 pistons right here. I don't know if you can see that focus. There we go. And you can do that. That's pretty cool. But that's as much as far as you can go before this might detach, which is really cool. I like that ingenuity with this articulation. Though it's somewhat limited, it's still pretty cool to know that it exists. No ab crunch, but I do see that this is like moving around. I'm not sure this is supposed to move around. I don't want to fidget with it and it break, so I'm not sure if that can move around. You do see a slot right here that looks like it could do that, but I'm not going to risk it, you know, just for the sake of the video. I am pretty excited to articulate the legs, though. This thing looks amazing. You have these little rods right here. Again, this one is a little loose because of how it, I just told you it fell off when I just took it out the plastic, so I am a little worried about this, but I'm pretty sure it should hold up. So legs, of course, bam, can do an amazing split. Almost like 2.0 Gogeta can, so that's pretty cool. Kicking up, which is weird, you have to move it off to the side and then go up and then bring it right back around so you can have a straight kick up because of these little rods right here. So that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. The ingenuity in this figure is, you know, it's weird, but it's unique, you know? Same thing, you can do it on this side. And for a kickback motion, I think it's the same thing. You would have to move it to the side and then move it to the back. You would have to do that exact same thing. So let me show you how you do that. You would go like you're doing a side kick, lift up, and then back in like that. So you can do a side kick. Pretty much just like that. Oh, and as like I said, had a feeling it was going to do that because it's an old figure. So give me 1 second as I put this in, and then we'll come back and continue the review. All right, and we're back, and again, so that's why I was pretty worried about that leg. This little bit would fall off for some reason. But, yeah, back to the review. It looks to be a single-jointed knee right here, which looks pretty well. It works like a two-point, like a double-joint one, which is just this pegged that goes like a peg hinge. So you can do a pretty good knee like that. And it can also be a double-jointed knee, which is really weird. Check that out. It can go in like that. Not double-jointed, but, yeah, double jointed, so you can hyper-extend the knee for some reason. You don't get that piston movement right here. This is just stock right here. I thought it would with the knee. That would have been pretty cool to see this move around, but it's just stock like that, so it will not move. Lastly, we have a ankle swivel right here, which is pretty cool. So it just goes side to side. I believe it's just like a peg that's right here, so it doesn't really have movement to go up and down with the foot. But it just goes side to side just like that. And then, of course, we have a toe hinge right here. Bam. And then, oh, I forgot to show the hand. It's just a peg that's able to spin the hand all the way around. There's no up and down movement with the hand, so you can't really go bam, bam, bam. But it just has like a swivel instead, so. Looking to be like a little short of 20 points of articulation, but it's articulate, but very limited articulation, so. It's like a half and half. Like, I guess it's meant to be a statue-esque type action figure. But, it's cool looking, you know? It's something, that, you know, you can have a conversation with. It's like, yo, where'd you get that at? And be like, well, I found it at so-and-so, you know? And I paid so-and-so money, but, you know, it's just not really meant to be played with, so to say. It's more of to, like, have a display like this, you know? Like, it's getting ready to go hunt humans down or look for John Connor, I think that's his name. Or what is Sarah Connor's son name? Like John O'Connor or John Connor, some shit like that. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, so yeah, you know, and him holding the weapon, it is a little loose. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, he can't really hold it with one hand as much. It's a little loose and wobbly, but if you do it like this, it looks pretty decent. Again, I really wish the head can rotate. I'm just not sure if it's stiff because of how old it is and it can articulate, or just it is not supposed to move whatsoever. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, that's going to be it for this review. You know, I would give this thing, appearance-wise, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a great-looking figure. Scale-wise, I would give it about an 8. Again, I'm not sure if it's supposed to accurately be this height or it's over tall for 1/12 scale figures. And when it comes to articulation, sadly, I'm going to give it a 6. Only because I love the craftsmanship and the idea with these pistons and stuff. Like this right here, these rods. It's a unique idea. But with that in mind, it does limit such the torso, the neck, and the arm articulation. And especially the leg. It's a little weird, but it can work. You just have to be worried about this pegging off of these hinges right here. Other than that, it's a pretty solid figure. Again, you're going to be paying between $40 to $70 for this guy. I was lucky enough to pick it up for $40 back in the day. I do remember purchasing this guy years ago. But again, it's a pretty solid figure. I like it. It's decent. It's fun to like hold in your hand, to be like, oh, I got a robotic skeleton, you know? It's pretty weird, but it's pretty cool at the same time, you know? But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I would give this figure a solid 7 out of 10, maybe 6.5, only because the articulation is what kind of ruining the figure. But I do love the concept and idea from Neca Toys. Let me know in the comments down below if I should do more Neca toy reviews. I'm not really a big fan of Neca, but if you do know Neca, they are known for making a lot of horror movie characters. So if you want me to review some of those, I would gladly pick those up anytime. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like down below if you like this video. Leave a comment to comment whatever figure I should do next from the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball line, or actually pretty much any other SH Figuarts, or of the NECA line. Just let me know down below what I should pick up next for the future. And of course, share with a friend if they want to know more about my channel and my figures. Awesome content that I'm putting out. Sure, it's not the best quality, but you know, I'm doing my best to deliver. And of course, subscribe for more and turn on post notifications. 67% of you guys I come back to watch aren't even subscribed, so I'd appreciate it if you guys leave that subscription. It will help support the channel, and it will help me help you get out the best content that I can and at the pace that I want to deliver with. So with that being said, this has been Only signing out. See you in the next one. Peace out.